It's Rich with Rich Baum Photography for yet another tutorial on real estate photography and editing techniques, shooting techniques, you name it. I'm here for you, and I want to get right away started with a subject that always comes up over and over and over again. And this one is going to be the window pull darken mode. And I understand it's confusing for many people. It is a concept, and I want to really go over this concept. So let's just jump right into it. Here's an ambient shot, and as all of you know, I hope, I shoot an ambient shot, I shoot a flash shot, and then I will shoot a window shot for darken mode if I choose darken mode. But here's one darken mode shot, and here's another one. I'm going to try and go over really in depth what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to start by editing the image, and the only thing I'm doing with the ambient shot is to lower the highlights. And as you can see here, I've exposed for the overall, got some nice shadows here, and here is the flash shot. I won't go too much into the editing technique as I want to stick more towards the flash window shot, as we shall say. So right here, the flash shot adds a lot of crispness, but it's got a lot of lacking. It's got a lot of flashy from on camera. It is not real well lit back here, but that's okay. I only used, I think, one Streetlight 360 by camera, bouncing straight off the ceiling. Got some color casts in the white ceiling, so we're not going to deal with that. But what we are going to deal with is this window, where if we go a little tighter in, we can see that we have, let me just zoom in here, we could get a better exposure for the window here. Plus we see the reflection of one of the flashes here in the window. And as many of you know, these kind of bay windows can cause issues because they're facing different directions. So you're gonna get flash issues sometimes. So we can use the darken mode, the window pull, to eliminate that flash, but we can also use it to get a better exposure, like right here. And right here, it's just a little overexposed. It's not bad though. I could deliver this if I fix this flash reflection, but this is a perfect shot for the tutorial. So now let's go back into the full size, and let's go to our first window shot. Now this is going to be my window exposure. So I'm going from here 1/125th of a second, which is what I use to expose. And I was trying to expose for the windows. You don't need to do that fast of an exposure, because if you're planning on doing a window pull, you can save yourself trouble and just do a slower, like 1/60th of a second. You could probably get a good flash image, maybe even better than this, because you're inducing a little bit of ambient light in there, which is helping you. But I chose to go 1/25th, which is just fine. Excuse me. Let me go into the first window shot. Now this is an exposure I put at 1/60th. So you can see between, let me just highlight these two images. If we go between the flash shot for the whole room at 1/25th of a second, you can see there 1/25th up here on the right hand side in Lightroom. And then if we go over here, we can see it's a better window exposure. And I did this window exposure for the right hand side. So what I did was I just went right above my camera. I pointed a speedlight, a single speedlight, most likely at quarter or half power. You don't need a lot of power. I'm pointing it directly at this window. And look, it got a great exposure here. The only thing it's not going to be able to work in darken mode, and I'll show you, is right here. It caused a shadow from these lamps. And because this is darker here, it is not going to work in darken mode, but that's okay. I'll show you. But you see, everything else here is overexposed. What is it? A valance, I think it's called, is overexposed. The window frame is overexposed. The chairs are overexposed. So you'll see in the darken mode, those things will not be picked up when I mask in the view. So these are overexposed and the view is underexposed. When you put it in darken mode, it will not pick up this brighter areas. So let's just now go back out and look at my second window pull. So I'm over here, and I use this example because I'm showing you I'm right in the middle of the shot, but that's okay because I'm not going to use this area. But what I am going to use is I've overexposed the chair, I've overexposed the drapes. I've got a little shadow here, so that will not work in darken mode, but that's okay. I've got everything up here is overexposed, and this is at 1/60th of again, and the view is darker, so that is going to be a nice view. And this is only an example just to show you how it works. It's not the greatest shot in the world, but it will show you the technical aspects. So what I'm going to do now is, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to reset this flash shot, okay? And I'm going to just put it into, I'm going to go back into how I'm editing the whole photo. I'm going to go into full bump right here, and I'm going to bring the exposure down a little bit, and that is good. So I've got now my flash shot, flash shot, flash shot. These are the window pull shots, flash shot, and ambient shot. And I'm going to now right-click the image. I'm going to open as layers in Photoshop. And because I've highlighted all 4 layers, they will all go in open as layers in Photoshop. So as it takes me a few seconds, now I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Wow, that is strong. Anyway, it's opening up. I want to tell you guys, subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out workshops too now. We're starting in Southern California. We have 3-day workshops, which I'll show you a link on the show information. But a lot of ways you can learn. I also do one-on-one coaching. But these videos are free, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And I hope you'll use my Adorama link to help me support me to make these free videos. Anyway, so first thing I want to do is because I shot these window shots last, I know they're window, but I'm going to go over this for you. I'm just going to turn off all the layers except this. I'm going to highlight this and go window 2, okay? Then I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to, I don't need to name these because I know so well what they are, but I'm just going to put window 1. Okay, now I'm going to do here, this is the flash shot. Oops, sorry. Okay, here we go. Flash here, and then I know from here, this is ambient. Ambient. I think that's how you spell ambient anyway. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take my window pull, and I want it window 2, and I'm going to put it on top here. Window 1, I'm going to put below it. I'm going to turn these off, and I've got my ambient shot here. I'm going to use these later, so I want to put my ambient shot here, and I'm going to have my flash shot here, and I'm just going to highlight my ambient, and I'm going to go add a layer mask, holding down Option on a Mac, Alt on a PC, clicking add a layer mask at the same time. Okay, so I have my flash shot here. Let's just edit the image. I'm on white for paint. I am on paintbrush. I want to go 0 hardness. Okay, I'm at opacity 100%, and flow I want to go 6%. You can see up there. I'm on normal mode here, don't worry about that. And down here, I'm on normal mode here. That is important. So normally I edit on normal mode. I could do luminosity, which is down here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay on normal. And I'm just going to now make my paintbrush a little bit bigger by clicking on the bracket. And I'm just going to lighten this up a little bit and improve my flash shot a little bit. I like inducing a little bit of ambient. Oh, by the way, look what it does here. This is another reason we mask in ambient, because it's going to take out the flash shadow. Okay, and that looks a little sourcey, but what I'm going to do now, let's just go here. I'm just going to go mask in ambient. A lot of times I like the ambient shot for my ceiling. Sometimes it doesn't work as well. Now let's get rid of this flashiness here. Okay, let's add in a little bit of shadow from the ambient shot. There we go. A little bit here. And I can go over the windows because I'm going to totally redo those windows. Right here, a little bit of ambient here. Now look under the chair. Ambient's helping that. And this is just my own opinion. And as always, there's different ways of doing things. And let's open up this a little bit bigger and just add a little ambient here. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this shot. A little bit ambient-ish, but that's fine. Not the greatest room in the world, but it's not about that. Okay, now let's get into the meat of the discussion. Let's now click on the eyeball, so we're going to reveal the window 1. Now you can see that's the one on the right we did. Now you could have done window right or window left here, but I just chose window right to be number 1. Anyway, whatever works for you. But now you can see again, I'm going to zoom in here so you can really see this. I've overexposed. You got to understand the concept. In darken mode, which I'm going to click darken, actually I'm going to make a layer mask. So let me click on the window 1, and that's right there. And I'm going to hold down Option again on a Mac, Alt on a PC, add a layer mask. But before I do that, I want to show you what I'm doing. Again, I showed you once, I'm going to show you twice. I really want to make this clear so all of you. And again, I do coaching, and if any of you are still stumped, that may be the answer. One-on-one coaching, an hour of coaching may help. But I don't really do a lot of coaching, so I'm happy to do it. Call me for details, or actually send me an email to rich@richbaum.com for coaching information. So I've overexposed with a single flash pointed directly at the window. I've overexposed the areas I don't want to mask in. I don't want to have to use a pen tool or a polygonal lasso tool to go around these chairs and in these slats and up in here. I just want to make it really simple. So I have overexposed. And the whole thing is in darken mode. When you overexpose, it is not going to pick up what is brighter. It's only going to pick up what is darker. Okay, so now let's get our mask. I've highlighted this window shot, and I'm going to hold down Option and click on Add a Layer Mask. Now, we have our image right now come up, and you can see we're now going to have to mask in. Now, if I did normal mode, look at what excuse me. Look what happens. If I go over, I'm going to mask in the window, but look what happens. Let me go over here to 100%. Okay? Sorry, I didn't add that. So I'm in paintbrush, and I'm in white for reveal, for painting, and I'm at 100% opacity, 100% flow. So I'm just going to go right here. Look at this. I'm getting the window, but it's also getting this wall. Okay, so my way around that before I did darken mode would be to select the window. So let me go backwards. I could select it with the polygonal tool and go all the way in here and here and here and here and here. Oh, you get the idea. Anyway, I'm going to not do that. I could also do my pen tool down here, and I could do here and here, and I'd have to go here and here. It would take me forever. I've got a frog in my throat. Anyway, and then I would hit select, make a selection, and then I would do a radius, feather radius, and then I would paint in. Okay, it's here. But that takes forever, so let's not do that. Let's just go now into paintbrush. Okay, I'm going to deselect that, do Command D to deselect it. Let's just do darken mode. Here it is. Darken mode right down here. 2 down from normal. It's right here, not up here, but down in here. And all I'm going to do is to show you how the magic works. I'm going to make this nice and large. I'm just going to go here. Here. Okay. There you go. Now I got some issues because I told you that the shadow, it's not going to work where the shadow is. So let's just go and hit X to make it black and erase this, okay? You can do this freehand. Just erase this, okay? Actually there. I'm surprised it didn't work on these lights, but you know, you never know. Let's erase that. And right down here, it looks good. So that's it on that window. So now let's just go and erase this mask. Let's do it again, but I really want to show you. Okay, delete. Let's go again here. I've highlighted. Hold on a second. Let me get my picture back in here. Okay, I've highlighted this. Let's do a layer mask here. Holding down Option, clicking add a layer mask. Now let's just look at it a little closer here. Look how great this is. Whoops, I'm going to go tighter here. Okay. Let's just go right here. And we're going to go make sure it's white for paint. So I'm going to hit X, swap it there. Let's just do it right here. You can see it's not picking up any of the wall. It picked up a little bit of that little talon there. So let's go here. Actually, let's stay on that same window. Let's go right here. It's not picking up the chair. And it's picking up the shadow from these little pulls. But that's going to be expected. Let's just stay right here. And it's making the table a little darker, but I don't mind that. But it's not picking up the chair at all. Look here. It's doing it over here, but I'm not going to use that part. I'm just going to stay in the window right here. It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close. Now, let's just do it here. Normally, I would have to select all these little areas. Let's just paint this in. You can see. Okay? So let's go out a little bit, and let's just go by freehand. Let's just do this right here. Okay? Sometimes you're going to need to do it a little bit, go certain areas. Okay, so I'm not going to do it right there. So I've hit X. I'm going to erase that. Okay? So now let me go up here. This is also why it helps to expose for the window. I'm in paint again. It's exposed for the window because everything was pretty close to where I needed it. So I'm just painting in there. Now we can do it right here. Nice, huh? Oop, I hit that lamp again. So let's just go here and let me erase this again. Again, it's not perfect because I've got a little shadow there, but sometimes it's very difficult to make it perfect because it's also why I pointed the flash directly from camera, so the shadow would be right behind this thing, but it wasn't perfect. So anyway, let's go down there. So that looks really nice, and you can see. I'm going to do it one more time in real time to show you how fast and easy it is. I'm going to delete that. Now let's go one more time. You ready? Okay, here we go. I'm just going to put it in white for paint. I'm going to hit X. There we go. 100% flow. I'm in darken mode. And here we go. Make that large. Okay, zoom in here. And I'm doing it 3 times only so you can really see what's going on. I'm going to hit X for hide. And I'm going to put that away. And actually, I'm just going to do a little bit of that there. And I'm going to do it right here. And I'm just going to make it about that big. There we go. There we go. There. I'm just erasing what I did. And you know what? It's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close. And it was so darn fast. Okay, now let's go up and reveal the top window on the left-hand side. And I went over here because I wanted to just be over a little bit. And as long as I'm not in the shot, I'm not going to use that, so it doesn't really matter. So let me highlight this. Highlight that. Well, let's make a layer mask. Here we go. Let's put it in white for paint. I'm hitting X. Paint there, 100%. I'm in darken mode here. Now let's see how easy this is. This worked real easy too. just right here. Watch this. Make it nice and big. It's not perfect. You could make it perfect. You can see right here, I've got the shadow from this radio or whatever it is, but all I have to do is hit X, make my circle a little smaller, and just erase that, okay? Also, it happened a little bit here. You'll notice too, this was a low resolution image, so I could work on it real quick. So anyway, it's showing you it's not really good when you zoom in. But here we go. There we go. And there's our finished image. I'm going to hit Command S and then W. Bring it back into Lightroom. Okay, let's go into Lightroom. And I'm going to add my final bump. There we go. Adds a little contrast. And there we go. So I hope this in-depth Darken Mode tutorial has helped you. Rooms like this, you do want to focus on the view. I want to show that I can sit here at this dining room table and have that beautiful view. The view may be a little dark for you, I agree, but the principle is here is how Darken Mode can make it so easy. If I didn't use Darken Mode, I'd have to select all these little areas. And also this slat right here. I didn't use Darken Mode because I didn't need it, but it would have worked here. So anyway, this is Rich with Rich Baum Photography saying, shoot smarter, shoot better, get better jobs, get faster, get better. Do our workshops. Mark Weisberg and I are doing workshops for luxury real estate photography, 3-day workshops. I'm starting to let everybody know that, and we're going to have those throughout the year. They're in Southern California for now, but they're going to come everywhere, hopefully, if all goes well. Subscribe, use my Adorama discount link, and again, just shoot better. Try to do better, even on, this is a nice house, but it's nothing unbelievably fantastic. And I think you can still do the same amount of work as you do on every other job that you really, you want to do even better. But I do better on every shoot. So I'll tell also people this house took me about an hour and a half to shoot. It was 3,200 square feet, I think. And it was just a regular real estate shoot I do. So have a great day, and I urge you to ask your questions in comments because I answer them all. See you later. Rich Baum, Sacramento, California. Goodbye.